Gonna be my first podcast. A lot of people do not know who I am, but as a matter of fact, I do not know who I am. As a matter of fact, I am not from an Anglo country, but if you so excuse me if I have like a lot of grammatical errors. I am not exactly that good when it comes to speaking in English. But you know what? There are like several thoughts that I got in my head about things that's currently happening in the world today, especially when we're talking about the United States of America and talking about like this current state right now, which we are talking about Trump. As I am making this podcast, I'm going to be browsing a lot of YouTube channels, my favorite YouTube channels, and browsing the site in which I'm currently browsing right now. Um, so what are we going to be talking today? So today we are going to talk about in States America, and we're going to talk about this very sensitive topic called as Creationism. Now, Creationism is something that, in my opinion, is total bull crap because I still remember one time that I am actually from my country and will not divulge what country that I came from, but there is one time where in 2002, when I was taken during the time that was George W. Bush was in control of United States America, it was Republican during that time, and in 2002, I was 12 and I've read this magazine. Apparently, there's an article in this magazine in which it says that there is a museum in South America in which they are celebrating Creationism. There is a museum in which it says that mm, you know dinosaurs don't exist. The world is no older than 6,000 years. Um, the dinosaurs were like wicked animals that isn't invited to Noah's Ark, so that's the reason why they went extinct. And all of this is taken as fact. This is not like some kind of a lampoon or something. This is not made by Comedy Central. This is actually a real thing. This is very, very real. It's something that people believe in South America in 2002, and I do not know whether or not it's the way that the article is written. It's actually in my country, and my country is quite conservative and it's quite religious. I do not know if it's the way that the article is written, but it is to me very stupid to the point that at that time I never thought that this particular magazine in which I respect is a magazine about science would write something like this. I guess I'm being trolled by that time until I realized a couple of years later that this is actually a very serious thing. Creationism in the United States of America is a real thing. A lot of people actually believe in it, in which, in my opinion, is complete and utter bullcrap. Seriously, I don't think it's how the article is written. I think the article is written like in a neutral tone, whether or not that you know what, you know, to respect the people, probably Christians living in my country. Uh, yeah, I guess it's not. I guess it's not about the way that the article is written. It's just based on common sense that I got during near the time I was 12. To me, it sounds ridiculous. It sounds bullshit. It doesn't make sense. Why will anyone believe that dinosaurs doesn't exist, or they do exist, but like 6,000 years ago? I mean, like all the things that I've read during that time from science books in the libraries, I've known for sure that evolution do exist. I mean, come the fuck on. There's animals, multicellular organisms. They evolve based on their environment. You all know that fish is designed to swim because they live in the sea. Animals, birds are, des- are birds have designed themselves to fly because they live in the air. Well, they don't exactly live in the air, but they spend most of their time in the air, and they can you know, stay in the ground so long, otherwise they're gonna get captured by cats or any other predators that is interested in eating them. And land creatures, some of them can swim, but majority can swim for so long, or can't swim at all, or stay submerged underneath the water, and they have evolved to a way in which evolve in a way that allows them to uh, walk or to traverse the earth without any problems, unlike sea creatures in which they won't be able to survive for so long. For example, if you compare the whale or the dolphins which are mammals that spends their entire time in the sea. If you bring them up shore out of the water, they are going to die almost instantly because that is not their natural habitat. So evolution is there. Evolution obviously exists. So it's just I really don't get why will anyone wants to believe in creationism. In my opinion, that's so dumb. Uh, Speaking of which, am I someone that doesn't believe in God? Am I an atheist and Gnostic? Wrong. I do believe that God do exist, but then again, when it comes to creationism, God only interferes in creationism of the earth only on two times. Um, One is when God has to create Earth so it'll be able to support intelligent life, support life. Maybe once upon a time ago, Earth was made, and God realized that what the positioning that He needs to make sure that the positioning, the size of the Earth, where the Earth is located nearby the Sun, or close to the Sun, and all the planets that is arranged in order to make sure that it could support life, this one planet to support life, and put some water in there probably. Yes, maybe during that time God interfered in order to design Earth so that would to keep intelligent beings in there. That was like one time where, in other words, what I'm trying to say is that to enable Earth to support life, God has to pull some strings in order to make sure that it could support life. And after life has begun to emerge on Earth that He has made, then He let it all happen naturally until probably sometimes later, after the meteor strikes the Earth. Probably God did interfere with that, probably not. Maybe it's just like some automatic thing. And after the emergence of the first mammal, and after they have evolved to like some kind of form, I guess there's a time in which God decided to introduce human beings to Earth. Maybe after looking at how successful primates has become, one thing that is missing with the primates are intelligence. So maybe that time God has decided to 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 give one of the primates or some of the primates intelligence, so they'll be able to, maybe something in the shape of God Himself. I shape you in my own visage or something, whatever, whatever that God said. Yeah, so that's the reason why human beings are the only intelligent animals in this whole entire world and nothing else. Interesting, isn't it? I mean, primates, yes, and primates are smart, but then again, the same thing goes to rodents, same thing goes to dolphins, same thing goes to some species of the bird. But why is it only primates has the only super species in them? Yes, the super species. All primates as a super species. I guess I could call human beings as super species because we are so successful. We are the apex predator of this planet because we are intelligent. Super species, human beings are super species of the primate, and dolphins, which pretty much the same has the same intelligence as an orangutan or a gorilla or a chimpanzee, doesn't have a super species. Same thing goes for rodents, like rats, brown rats. They are smart, but they don't have a super species. They only have rats, and where they don't have a super species while primates do. So that's kind of strange, isn't it? So I guess that's all for this first broadcast, man, which I'm talking about creationism. Hopefully that'll help, and we'll see you. I'm gonna be making another video maybe soon. See you then. This thing is never gonna get successful.